Hey guys, Mr. and Mrs. Flashback here for another video. It is our week-long video, as in Monday through Thursday. It is another cold day, but we're getting ready for, in 2 days, to be just about in the mid-90s, which is so crazy, considering we had a high of 60 today. So
also makes it rough because we work in the garage, and it's not AC. So in the wintertime, you can put a jacket on. Even in the nice, cool fall, it's nice out here. Even in the spring, it's pretty nice. But as it starts to heat up,
not good.
You die. We do pull all of our orders.
Literally bake out here.
We pull them in the evening, but it's still hot. But if you're new, this is Linda. I am Cameron. We're going to go over what's sold in our online store. Like she said, this will be 4 days worth of sales. We sell on platforms like eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, Depop, mostly eBay though. And these items we find at garage sales, thrift stores, and estate sales. So we're trying to get $400 a day. We're going to show you, go over the numbers, and we'll show you what's sold. Hopefully some stuff to keep an eye out for.
So we did not hit our 400 today.
Bummer.
The good thing is we had an amazing weekend. You guys need to go back and watch that video because there was so much cool stuff.
What was the total?
$2,000.
How many items?
42 items.
So great weekend for us. A couple of big ticket in there too, plus a lot of different categories we sold in.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully we'll have a lot of stuff to show you in these 4 days. So let's go over the numbers first.
So we came in at 11 sales on our main platform eBay for just around 260.
So not the best, a lot of bread and butter, but that's okay. Again, you know, we had a great weekend.
Yeah.
You cannot complain when you've had a weekend like that. First off though.
First up, we've got this Forbidden Island board game. It is by Game Right. It's new and it's sealed. It comes in one of those cool tins, and that one did sell for $23 ship. Picked that up, or actually it came with our Salvation Army online options.
Yeah, they're like 4 board games. I bought it for a Harry Potter one, which I think I listed for 100 and something. I paid about 30 for all of them. The rest of them are just going to sell for low and to make our money back, and then when Harry Potter sells, it'll be good. So
nice.
That's good.
Then we have this vintage Village Bath talcum powder tin in strawberry flavor.
That's what you need.
It does not smell like strawberry. I did open it and test it. It does not smell like strawberry. It is nearly empty though, and it did sell for $17 a ship.
We sold a lot of tins, not the quickest sellers, but if I can get them for cheap, I do like picking them up.
And this one is if someone's buying this for decoration, it is so cute, like to have this like in your vintage style
on
bathroom.
the side. It's got strawberry, like the little actual strawberry, like
little strawberries. Cool. It is so cute. So it would be like somebody use it for decoration. It's super cute.
That's what I think people do. So we sold them. Usually, I would say some tins are like $10 to $20, depending on if they're empty. So happy about that.
Then one of those dog pieces sold, guys. This is a dog life jacket in a large high visibility yellow, and that sold for $25 shipped with the Arcadia Trail brand.
That's our third dog item to sell. 2 in a row, one this weekend and then one today. So we are not in the profit yet, but we are slowly but surely kicking away, and there's a lot more to sell. Remember, if your dog needs a puffer jacket, reach out to us.
Then out of that dead stock stuff we've gotten before, we have some
we're almost out of
vintage,
this stuff.
Well, not vintage. So we have some old perfumes. These are Diamonds and Emerald by Elizabeth Taylor. They are both sealed, and those sold for $22 and some change.
Paid $1 a piece for them. They came with a bunch of stuff. They're from DD's Discounts. My main source had bought a storage unit of someone who had all DD's Discounts. I don't know if they stole it or what, but there were a lot of clothes. But there were
around here.
But there were quite a few of these. I would probably say like 10 of them. I paid $1 a piece though. Bought them, and yeah, they sold pretty well. Some sold better than others, but these ones have taken a little while. So
then we got this giant remote. Look at this thing. It's like huge. That thing did sell. It's a Mitsubishi remote control. Sold for $7 and some change.
It's not worth it, so do not sell this one. This is an old TV one, I think, for one of those big old Mitsubishi TVs that
matches
most
the big
people
TV,
don't have.
Yeah. Then you guys saw we sold the Cuisinart Prep 11 lid. Yes. Yesterday during our weekend sales, and then the bowl sold. I told Cameron, I was like, you should just set it out. We would have had it for today, and that one did sell for $42 shipped.
We sold the other one for I think 30 something. I don't remember. I paid 20 for the whole unit, but I got a little discount from Savers, and then we also have the stem to sell. Yep. The only downside was ours did not have the pusher on there, which would have made a little bit more money. But these Cuisinart food processors, I sell every bowl we ever find, every bowl and lid, and the stem will eventually sell. Cuisinart ones do the best. I'm sure there's probably another brand that does better, but of the common ones, Cuisinart's the best.
Then we got this pair of Nike Men's Air Ring leader lows. They're like a very dark gray.
That's our old bag. We don't use those anymore because they're super annoying.
They are not in the best condition. One of the sides has a pretty good gash in it. We did list that. They're not super clean or anything, but if somebody wants to use them for like a good outdoor shoe or something, probably a good idea. And those did sell for $36 shipped. They are an older one we had. Next up, Wilmington's Guide to the Bible. It's in great condition. It's from 1982. It's one of those big books. And
heavy.
that did sell for $25 shipped.
That was free. It was a gift.
Then from one of our
given to us to sell.
sources, we have a Nintendo Switch case for Paper Mario, the Origami King. Sold for $11.50 shipped.
Yeah, I paid $4 for a whole stack of empty Switch cases. He's like, "Do you want these?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I'm gonna throw them away." But then he charged me $4. I was like, "You're gonna throw them away, bro?" But they do sell. We sell most Switch cases for like $10. But if you can get them cheap, it's a really easy throw them in a bubble and get them out of there.
Yeah. Then we got a 3-pack of Beckett magazines. We have an NFL one, an NHL one, and an NBA one.
That's Bo Jackson for NFL, yeah. Gretzky and Michael Jordan.
There you go. And that 3-pack did sell for $18 shipped.
Not a whole lot, but
then last but
this
not
is a good one to
least,
look out for.
The Profiler. This is season 2 only. It's a 6 DVD set. Sold for $20 shipped. Pick that up at Savers.
That was $3 or $4 at Savers that day that we got a ton of DVDs when they restocked. It was awesome. My best experience getting DVDs there. We sold quite a few
Right place,
of them.
right time.
Sold quite a few from that already. So that's all we have, guys. Still a solid day. Not as great as we want to be, but there's still 3 days to go. Join us and see what sells tomorrow. Back with sales for Tuesday. How did we do?
Good. We made goal, which is good.
Mainly because of one big boy here. I'm not
Which
talking
is
about
good.
me. But kind of me because I'm the one
So
who
we came
found
in
it.
at 8 sales on our main platform eBay for $450.
$450. Yeah, so pretty good. Let's get into a couple cool items here. This one I should have adjusted apparently.
No. So this is a
No.
vintage Hungry. Is it AJC brand? I'm not sure what AJC stands
they
for.
they make pins though.
It's on the back of him.
Yeah.
They make pins. I'm not sure what it stands for. But somebody messaged us and said, "Oh, this is an AJC pin," and I'm like, "Oh, okay." Don't really care. So then, right now, and it sold. I was like, I wonder. So I looked it up, and ours is on the lower end at 9.5 shipped. It was on sale from 12. There was one that sold within the last couple of months for 25.
Yeah.
But
AJC is a brand I've sold before.
other than that, there's none of that specific one, and there's a bunch of these listed. This specific one with the cat with glasses with the dangling mouse. So
I still should listed it higher because
Yeah.
at least $15-20 it could have been. We sold AJC. I think was the pin we sold at the rabbit the other day, the Easter rabbit. I think he was an AJC pin. But anyways, it's a pin brand. Usually, if they have a mark on them, it's worth it. But $10, it came in a big bundle of pins, so it's out of here. This one was cool
I
though.
feel like this stands for something else.
Yeah, it's probably like Anne, Joanne.
No, dummy. Like it's something, like there's some other brand that's AJC.
The American
Oh, you know what? I'm thinking AKC.
Kennel Club.
Yeah,
Anyways,
close.
You get partial credit on your test.
Darren picked up a bunch of ties, and originally he was
2
gonna
lots. So there's 2 separate lots going to be going here. One is from Salvation Army and one is from a garage sale. This one's from a garage sale.
Originally, he was going to lot them together, some of the ties, because he was like, oh, yeah, they're all the same brand, it's whatever, we'll just lot them all together. But then when he went to list it, he realized that the sell-through rate on a lot of them was way lower than selling them individually.
Less price, too.
Yeah.
Like the average tie price was much less. Like, they were selling, like, 20 of them for, like, $25, $30, $40, and it's like, okay, so that's $2 a tie.
Yeah.
And you could sell an individual one for, if it's a good brand, for more.
Yeah, so he had to go back there and redo all his pictures because, as you can imagine, he took pictures as lots. So this first one to sell is a Vineyard Vines, the hand-picked by Shep and Ian Shep and Ian, and it's got surf.
She's learning how to read. It's her first
It's a
day.
pink tie with surfers and surfboards and waves kind of vibe, and it sold for $25 shipped.
This is $1. This is the only one I initially listed by itself because I'm like, oh, it's a pink tie. Someone might look for that, and it sold. But the rest
Well,
was...
and it like from far away, it's just like you're like, oh, that's just a pink tie with like a pattern. But then you get closer and you're like, oh, there's little surfers on there. That's cute. And like somebody who's like a bro, but at the same time has to dress nice, could still, hold true to his spirit.
So the other ties I got were Peter Millar. I got some Ferragamo ones. Those ones I'm listing. I already plan on listing separately. But the ones that I allotted were Brooks Brothers and Peter Millar. I had a bunch of those, and we're going to part those out separately, and we'll make more money that way.
So
I don't recommend buying a bunch of ties, though, unless you're getting them for cheap, and they're good brands. 25, yeah.
Okay.
And that was $1.
Then from our Salvation Army online auctions jerseys, we've got this Devontae Adams jersey. Oakland Raiders, well, Las Vegas Raiders now.
Where were they before that? Before Oakland?
San Fran?
No. That's a good guess, but no. Same state.
San Diego?
Nope. Only one big city left. Only one big city left in California.
Sacramento?
No.
That's a big city!
Not nearly as big as the one that we're talking about when it comes to sports teams.
San Francisco?
You already did that.
Oh.
They have 2 teams already now.
Oh, Los Angeles.
Right, there you go. So he doesn't play for them anymore. I don't even know where he is right now. He was on the Jets. I don't know if he still is, but anyways.
He's probably too old.
No, he's not too old. But this sold for?
This one sold for 23 and some change.
And it has a couple stains on it. So usually players that have left the team that didn't play that long or there wasn't a good thing, they don't usually sell as high. Plus you had the stains. Not as great. Next.
Then another Arcadia Trail dog life jacket sold. This is the large high visibility yellow. We sold one yesterday.
They do have some marks on, which I put in the listing. So they do have some scuffs and marks just from storage, but they are still new.
Oh, it's a dirty dog going in the dirty water. It's
Yeah.
going to be dirty.
This came from the dog bite. It's just cool to sell our 4th dog item.
So that sold for $25 shipped.
I don't know you know what the other one shipped for yesterday? Probably like $8 or $9, I bet.
Yeah, I think it was like $9 because I did it FedEx.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Next up, we got a Care Bear. It's from 1983. It's the Kenner Bedtime Bear.
No, Sleepy Bear. That's what we call Linda. Sleepy Bear. Look at that. All tired.
He's a nice mint green color, mint blue, and he's got a cute little moon and star, moon and star on his belly.
Oh, it is a star. It's like a star inside of a yellow,
embroidered,
and like a ball.
Fancy.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, 1983. Not all Care Bears are created equal. Some of them you can find that are gonna be worth more money. Obviously, they got to be old. Not like Tori's billions of Care Bears that we got within the last 2 years. But that one did sell for just under $24 shipped.
Usually, Grumpy Bear sells pretty well.
Wonder why. It's always the villain.
Is this the right one?
Yes, it's the right one.
Why do I have that in there?
I don't know. You don't have it in the listing, and that's not even the right camera.
That's because it doesn't go with that.
Well, it was attached to that.
I know, but it must. I think I was supposed to pull that out.
Wow.
Yep, so.
Next up, we got a Pentax IQ Zoom 115S.
That was assault.
It's they didn't see it. It's a 35mm point and shoot film camera, tested, sold for $30 shipped.
I think I paid $5 in the estate sale, but these still sell for us. Not as good as the nice digital ones, Sony ones and stuff, but still good. And then this is it.
This is the big boy.
I didn't agree.
It's right
Oh,
there.
okay.
Wow.
You got it good.
That hurts.
This is one Linda told me. If let's recall, she said, "Why did you buy all this? I don't know if it's ever going to sell."
You know why? Because it looks like trash.
Kind of does.
It looks like trash, guys. Like, literally, don't do it at the top view. Just look at it. This is trash, guys. Trash.
But let's explain what it is and let the people know.
This is a huge lot of antique 1880s Peterson's Ladies National magazines. They are in rough shape. They do have some stuff in them. I looked through them myself just to see what kind of stuff was in them. They had gossip columns. They had recipes. They had
Charades?
No. For sewing.
Patterns
that used to be in there. Somebody messaged and asked if they still had the original tissue paper patterns in them. I could not find any tissue paper patterns because I guess they used to include them, and there was like a folded up tissue paper for a pattern for dresses and things like that. They weren't in there. We did find some pages that actually have some color printing on them, which was crazy for the 1880s. Somebody messaged me and asked about that too, like how many of them were actually color printed. I didn't get back to them.
She didn't even look at them all. No. We don't know exactly.
No. So,
but this was
it was really cool just to find some different things and read some of the gossip from the 1880s and see what it was all about and the stuff that they advertised.
Yeah, definitely older stuff. Got these all from my main source. He had bought a storage unit. He wanted $20 for these. He said they go for lots of 10 go for like $10. So he wanted 20 for all of them. I was like, I'll take them. Looked them up, and they finally sold for
$250 shipped, and we think just based on some guesstimate of holding some stack next to a stack, that there might be anywhere from 70 to 80 copies in here.
So I'm very happy with that. That is a good deal for us, and it gets out of here.
Yes.
And then,
last but not least, we got a TaylorMade golf driver. This is the Fire Soul 9.5 degree graphite shaft. Graphite Adilas shaft, and that sold for $30.50. Shipped on the lower end for us, especially on a driver, because it's gonna be a bigger box. The bigger boxes cost more compared to the smaller box because we get the 48.66s. Somebody asked about that the other day in the comments. We buy the 48.44s and the 48.66s. On the 44s,
the 48, oh 48, yeah. How much?
I'm going to punch you. On the 48.44s, we get them and we will cut them down to probably within 1 inch to 2 inches off of each club, because you want to get it as close as you can, because anything over 48, they're going to charge you a surcharge. So you have to be really careful with that. If you leave it as a 48, a lot of times it gets bent or misshapen, and they go, oh, well, that flap's sticking up by like 2 seconds, so it's a 49.
2 seconds. We're on the time now.
Yeah, like, it's ridiculous. So you have to be careful with that. But that's how we do ours. That's how we ship them. But those boxes are anywhere from $2 or $3 depending on when we get them and what sale we get them on. Ugh, yeah.
Right when USPS stopped letting you use the priority mail tubes, we used to use those
triangle tubes. Yeah,
I got a bunch at Staples for like $1 something a box. I bought a whole bunch of them, and because the price was good. But right after USPS stopped,
everything went up.
COVID kind of changed everything too, and like the demand went up for boxes, and because everyone was buying them, the cost of supplies went up, everything, and now it stinks.
Yeah, so you got to remember, any golf club you sell is $2 to $3, and then shipping that golf club usually starts around $10. Yeah. Right now, FedEx Ground Economy is actually the best shipping service for golf clubs and long items like that, because they are doing it as a long shipping expense. So it's right around $9 right now. But
so I think I paid $1 for that one. But yeah, Linda's trying to say basically $30 club. Really, you want to be in there at least, because by the time you're paying 10 or 11 to ship it, a couple bucks for the club itself, and a couple for the box, and whatever you pay for the club, then shipping fee or fees or whatever, you're not making much money.
Yeah, you're under $10.
Especially if you're paying $5 for a club, it's not uncommon for a garage sale for $5 a club. So I like to get mine, if they're going to be a $30 sale, $3 or less, hopefully, and hopefully quick sellers. And again, drivers are ones you want to avoid, because the little irons are much easier to ship. They're all going to be under 48. No worries. You get a big driver and you're only selling for 30, chances are it might even push over 48 inches with the box. You got to be careful.
Plus that you gotta, a lot of times those don't fit into the 4.4s. It's just too bulky.
This one might, because it's a little bit smaller. But if you get one of the big boys, like the big old driver heads on there,
that's a 6.6 all the way.
Right. And then the problem is it doesn't even fill out the 6.6 very well.
No, and then they bounce around.
Yeah, it's like I have to it's just maybe
we've seen it happen. We have seen a golf club beheaded by the shipping service. So
we got paid for that one though. But
yeah,
that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. We made goal. We'll be back in a second with what sells on Wednesday. Back with sales for Wednesday. Linda does not feel good, so pray for her. Even though
through.
When you watch this, it'll probably be long after that. So if she's not better then, we got major problems. Probably just be me doing the videos from now on. If you're new to that, let's go over Wednesday's sales though.
We had 12 sales across 3 platforms today. I didn't get to make an offers on Depop, so I wasn't able to push to try to get something for that 4th platform, but we got 3 platforms. So 12 across 3 for $420.
It's a good thing that we had the other platforms come through, because eBay was a little bit slower. Let's get into it though. First off is
we'll start on Poshmark. This one had the 1 sale. This is a 4 set of Sango Home for Christmas salad and dessert plates. These are the super cute. Have we sold any of these yet?
No.
So this is our first one to sell. Cameron picked up this set at Savers. You guys see it's super cute. It's a pink bow and ribbon one across a Christmas tree with pink decorations.
There's the Sango Christmas tree on the back.
It's super cute.
The thing was, our Savers is kind of a jerk sometimes, I believe, and they price them per plate. So I think I had to pay like $2 for these plates, $3 for the bigger ones.
Yeah.
Which normally we'd pay a lot less than that, like $1 or less at a garage sale or another thrift store, or a thrift store will have a whole collection, and you can buy it all for $30.
Yeah.
And it'll be like $1 a piece or something. So we bought plates, the dinner plates, salad plates. I think there was some other stuff there, maybe a butter dish, I don't know, some other items I bought, Ended up paying like 50 or 60 bucks for everything, I believe. This set of 4, so we're in them for about $12 or less, sold for.
This set of 4 salad dessert plates sold for $50 plus the buyer paid shipping, and that's the first of the set to sell. They're super cute, and when you look at them, you wouldn't think fancy or expensive, just because it's very much a clip art kind of vibe design, but they actually have good value to them.
Yeah, pretty good value. I wouldn't say the fastest seller is like all dinnerware. It's not all fast, but this was our first one to sell.
Well, not only that, but it's pink and it's Christmas. So,
and it's also not the holiday time.
No, it's
so
not.
You factor all those things in. But we're happy the first set sold, and hopefully we'll sell some more.
Then we go over to Mercari. Our first sale on Mercari of the day was a New Tags Adidas Warriors Klay Thompson men's large jersey. And that one did sell for $50 plus buyer paid shipping.
Yes, that one came from our jersey buy from Salvation Army.
Okay.
So that was great.
Then you guys remember those puffer vests we've been telling you about? One finally sold. Here we go. This is the extra large pink puffer vest by Top Paw. It's a dog puffer vest in the pink berry purple.
Yep.
And that one did sell for $15 plus buyer paid shipping.
Oddly enough, we've sold like 4 or 5 dog items in like 5 or 6 days. It's been great.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll sell some more. I think prior to this, we've made about $45 back of our 200. We have a lot more to sell. Obviously, we'll add this to it, but we keep selling them, which will be great if we keep selling them. We're clearing some out, and we have multi-quantities of most of these puffers.
Yeah.
So, eBay now.
eBay, we start off with this new concepts in linear improvisation, a practice
method for all instruments.
There you go, and that sold for $50 and some change.
I must have listed high, and someone came through, so we'll take it. Those are random ones that work out.
Then I have our dollhouse stuff. We have this Victorian dollhouse bathroom furniture piece. It's a 4-piece set with the tub, sink, vanity mirror, and toilet. And they have a cute little red rose design on the side, and it's a little bit of a lace piece to it. And that set did sell for $21 and some change.
Yes, and that came with that big buy. We're already in the profit on it, so we only have a few pieces left, actually.
Then Dungeons & Dragons Castle Ravenloft. The board game, we parted it out. It wasn't fully complete, but all the pieces parting out had a better value than selling the game as is.
We paid 10. Whoops. Paid 10 for the whole game. We're down to the manual, the board, the cards, and our second to last set of figures. Is this one here?
Yeah. So these are the Blue Monster mini figures. And those did sell for just under $12 shipped.
We sold a couple sets for $20, $25, I think, for one thing. And we sold a couple other things in there, but for the $10, it was great. I just leave the board game in the box still, so it's all together. And then once we're down to the last few pieces, like if it's just the little plastic bags, we'll pull them out. But been pretty good on that one for a $10 investment.
Then we got a Cobra two-way radio desktop charging cradle, sold for $20 shipped.
With a little cable there.
Then we have this set of calico critters. These are the hedgehog family. One of them is damaged, but they're still all pretty good, and that sold for $15 shipped.
I paid $3, so I thought these would go for more. There are some calico critter stuff that goes really crazy, but this was not them.
Then one of our vintage Salvation Army hats, the Midway cap, sold. We got that in a online auction. Cameron got some of these ones, and then the bonnet for the women. And
we're almost out of them.
Hat itself sold for $72 shipped.
I think I have one more of these ones left.
And this one even is missing the little pin in the front, I think.
We spent like, I want to say 90 for both sets of them. So it was very profitable. We made quite a bit of money on that.
Nice.
This one, why it sold.
Microsoft LifeCam. It's a webcam it's a USB webcam. Sold for $27 shipped.
This is a 2 megapixel. So
Gonna look great.
I think I listed this during COVID when cameras were going crazy. Even a 2 megapixel would sell. And
didn't make it, guys. 5 years past.
But then it sold for $27. It's like, who's buying that? I don't know.
No idea.
Weird.
The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey sold for $9 shipped. Got that in a while ago.
Yeah, that's in the paintball buy.
And actually, it was $8.95 at the Target books section originally, so pretty close.
Yeah, happy to see that one go. Didn't make a lot of money, but it clears off a little space.
Last but not least, we were eating dinner, and a guy came in and said, "Can I get these for $50?" I said, "I'm closer to $60." They were at $64.99, and he said, "Okay, I'll take them for $60." They're a pair of New Tag Grayson Golf Montauk
Yeah, that's what the style
On-top
is.
shorts, size 32, so $60 shipped.
These were $15 though at Savers, but they were brand new with tag. I knew the brand when I saw them my first time ever finding this brand. It's like a good golf brand. Was a smaller size, but couldn't pass them up for brand new with tag racing for 15, and we sold them for 60 in a couple weeks. So pretty good. So we get this packed up. Another good day here. We'll be back in a second with what sells on Thursday to finish out the week. Back with sales for Thursday. How did we do?
Not good.
Our worst day of the week, I believe.
Yes, so we came in at 7 sales on our main platform eBay for just over $160.
That's not very good. What happened?
Cameron just...
It's always me.
Gotten a little low on, sales and stuff. We're not really what he's doing.
Let me tell you something. When you're doing it all, sometimes you just fall short.
Yeah.
So, anyways. Yeah. Let's get into what sold.
First up, we've got this out of the $700 manual buy, a 1990 Nissan Maxima model service manual. Sold for $22.50 shipped.
That's still pretty good, though.
Then we have a Whitney Phipps Heal Our Land.
Wintley.
Oh, Wintley.
That's a different name.
Wintley Phipps Heal Our Land CD, sold for $17 shipped.
That's pretty cool.
Then out of our $125 jersey buy, we have this Nike on-field Dallas Cowboys Dak Prescott number 4 extra large jersey, sold for $20 shipped.
Stained up, so it didn't sell for as much. This was cool, though.
We got a bunch of Coach and... Was there other ones or just Coach? It was mostly Coach.
The purses, I think, were mostly Coach. There was...
Some glasses cases that were other.
Yeah, and there may have been one other brand in the purses, but mostly Coach.
Yeah, so this is a zip coin purse with a couple of card slots on it, sold for 20 and some change.
Well, that's free, so
yeah,
it's great for us.
Then the Sunbeam mixer, we've got the dough hooks, sold for $32 shipped.
Yes, they did.
Then I think these are from my house.
Yes, they are.
My
they
parents
cleaned out that room.
Yeah, my parents cleaned out a room, and these are all in there. These are things they had gotten us for like Christmas and stuff like that back in the day. So it's Guinness World Records. We got 6 books. We got the 2007, 08, 10, 11, 19, and then To the Extreme. And that set did sell for 26 and some change.
Not a whole lot. They're heavy, not worth it. Do not pick those up, ever. Those were free, too. So if we make any money, it will, but it took a while to sell, and again, very heavy.
Yeah. Then from Savers, we picked up America's Funniest Home Videos. Kids and Animals, sold for just under $12 shipped.
That was like $2 or something. So that sold. So that's all we got, guys. Not much. We're going to get this packed up. Ends the video for the week. Pretty good week overall, though, I would say. We had some good days. Hopefully this weekend will be awesome. We'll have a lot of cool stuff to show you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.